Hello, welcome to another toneless landscape oil painting demonstration. This is your painter in residence, M. Francis McCarthy. And the painting I'm bringing you today is called Paddock After the Storm 9 by 12. I painted this, I don't know, last month maybe. It's hard to say. I've been, it's one out of the archives a little bit because I've been busy doing other stuff. It's spring down here in New Zealand, and so, things to do around the house and what have you. But always a joy to paint, and I hope you're having a great, fall if you're up there in the north. Now we're working in our underpainting here with a bit of it's burr number, but it looks like it's leaning real heavy into the Parylene mix, which will take it slightly a little more greenish. So I like to pivot between that green or that reddish component. The burr number on its own can be quite red, especially something about the hardboard. It just really plays up those red properties. Yeah. Anyway, sometimes it's helpful. I think if you look at the paintings on this channel, you see I'm always doing an underpainting. Sometimes I go right into the color immediately after or later that day, or lots of times I'll just leave it to dry and pick up on it when there's another good time to get into it. So, but it's very handy because actually I think most paintings really, there's so many ways to fail, but I think the number one way that most paintings fail is composition. So you really want to wrangle with that. You always want to be working with that, trying to get better at it, trying to be critical of your own work in a way that's not debilitating. You don't need to be your own worst critic, so to speak. But you do need to look at your work and say, how's the eye flowing through there? Maybe you're lucky enough to have a mentor or a teacher in your area, or somebody that can help you with that. But either way, you can work things out in the underpainting stage, and that's another reason it's really good to maybe just do your underpainting and put it in your drying area and look at it for a bit and go, is this really working, or should I make this tree bigger, smaller? How's the viewer's eye really moving through this? Is there something that is too dominant or not dominant enough? Generally, like say in this scene, your eye is going to be led to those tree shapes up at the top there. You're going to come up through that. Well, I think initially, and in most of my works, it's like this. I think you come in from our left, and the stream and the field supports that. Moves you through those diagonals, and you kind of rest up there, move around in the sky, and kind of repeat. So I think it's a pretty good composition. The thing is, like, a lot of times you might have a photo reference like this that just has nothing but grass in the middle, of the so it's just like this band of stuff in the distance. And a great way to solve that is I have a folder full of like paths or streams or things like that. This actual stream was actually in the picture I took, which was of a paddock not too far from my home here, quite a while back. I've painted this scene quite a few times, and that's another thing I maybe wanted to talk about, is revisiting scenes, revisiting things you painted before. It can be really fun, as long as you have sort of a light attitude about it. You don't want to get all heavy, because, and what do I mean? Well, I think if you're going to go into a negative place, you really can't reproduce your past successes. Now, maybe you're the type of artist that can. There are some people that are very technical. I know in the musical world, like there's that guy in ELO, Jeff Lynne. He's re-recorded every ELO song, and it's imperceptible to you that it was re-recorded. But he's such a perfectionist, he had to have everything just so. And there are artists like that that can still produce fresh work. I'm not one of those people. I have to keep things moving, keep things fresh, and be expressive. That's what I'm interested in. Expressive, and try and generate some emotion with my picture. What's this? Is this the book? Hey, had some orders for the book. Thank you so much, those of you that have ordered the book. I sign and number each one, and the numbering, of course, being for orders that I ship internationally, which international shipping is included. And geez, we're quite a ways from everywhere else here in New Zealand, so that actually costs about as much as the book. But I'm so thankful for you guys that picked it up, and I hope you're getting something from it. And I'm going to be redoubling my efforts to actually have a real publisher, pick it up. I took a good run at it, and then I get bored. It takes quite a lot of attention and focus to put a book together, and the modern world forces us as artists to do all sorts of other things too, like be marketers, or in this case, I worked with someone, thank God, who helped me with editing in the book, cleaning up the language. But everything else I did, just like painting. And actually, what's great about paintings, compared to things like books, is like, you can get really tweaky and keep putting it up in the easel and adding this and adding that, but you also have the ability to make something that makes an artistic statement, beautifies someone's home, and it didn't take you 5 years. It took you as long. Especially, the thing is, like with the way that I work, is I want that fresh, immediate, expressive quality. If I keep putting it on the easel, I'll drive all that out. In the pursuit of some sort of perfection. And as I mentioned a moment ago, I'm not that kind of artist. There are artists like that. Most of us, I don't think, are that way. You're better off erring on the side of making a fresh statement. If you're a painter starting out, make those fresh statements. Just follow my process. Do a little underpainting, maybe let it dry. Go in and do your color. Here we're doing the sky first, and then we restate the darks. It's always the same with me. The thing that's different is the scene changes, the inspiration changes, and I'm always looking for that fresh immediacy. And to make another reference from the music world, hey, this, by the way, I've shortened the length of the video. I'm going to be around the 10-minute mark now. Let me know what you think of that. I think it might be good, because I can ramble endlessly, but to get to what I was going to say, that band, The Replacements, they like to do all their songs, the singer was saying, first or second take, because you get that fresh, raw energy, man, and that's what you want. You can't fake that. You can't, that will really take the place of, in fact, a lot of artists, that they turn that into a whole style. They just big, fat, expressive. I got a book here. This guy's wonderful. I'm gonna have a Peter Weilman, Painting Light and Oils. Check out that book if you haven't seen it. It's wonderful, expressive painting. And like so many things, I don't know if you've experienced this, just to ramble as you watch this painting come together. When you go to a museum and you just see all this beautiful work, go, oh, that's how I want to paint. Oh, yeah, no, that's how I want to paint. That's how I want to paint. I look at this book, I go, yeah, I need to just use a bigger brush, and and there are parameters that you want to work within. I think it's always good to stretch a bit and try, especially, hey, if you're just starting out, try doing the whole painting with a 1-inch brush. Don't allow yourself to use anything smaller. See what you get. You might end up on something that's pretty wonderful. Not only that, you can do a lot of little stuff with that corner of that brush. You'd be surprised. You don't really need tiny brushes. Yeah. Anyway, we're kind of getting close to the end, but I want to bring this up. I'm gonna at some point, I am going to, like, one day a week, I've got a studio here at the house that I've now got some internet out there, and I'm going to maybe do a live question and answer thing or something like that. You know, I can't really paint and deal with that, but it might just be me sitting there rambling, and you know I can do it. So anyway, I appreciate you coming around, and I'm real happy with this painting. I think I will pop it in the store. That's going to be changing too soon. So if there's something that's caught your eye in the store, you might have noticed there's a lot of things that are moving on there. So if you think it's something you want, you get it now. Yeah, and I get the book. Well, though the book, yeah, I've got books. I'm gonna send that book everywhere in the world, every state in the U.S., every country on the planet. That would be wonderful. Anyway, until I come back with another video for your, hopefully for your edification and enjoyment and education. Do me a favor, do me a solid. Take good care of yourself, your family, all your loved ones. Stay out of trouble, and God bless you and your family.